This is the story of a boy whose mother, a fairy queen, stole the strongest power of the mortal world, the god of war power, and placed it inside her son for the sake of the world's well-being. She did this so her son could protect humans from demons throughout his life. At the beginning of the movie, we see a boy named Jian who was celebrating a village festival with his younger sister. However, the villagers believed Jian was a demon because he possessed a third eye. The villagers started chasing him away, throwing stones, and calling him a demon. Suddenly, a stone hit Jian's sister, making him extremely angry. He screamed, "I am not a demon!" Due to his anger, he began to float in the air and a tornado formed around him. Jian's mother, watching from a distance, rushed toward him. Because Jian used his powers, the demons discovered his location. Several demons emerged from a fiery portal and began killing the villagers. A girl emerged from the portal, transformed into a dragon form, and began chasing Jian. The demons wanted to capture Jian so their leader could absorb his power and become the most powerful being. Just as the dragon was about to catch Jian, his mother arrived and killed the dragon and the other demons with her sword. Then, the boss of the demons, named Lu Shou, emerged from the portal. Jian's mother attacked Lu Shou, but he was too powerful and knocked her unconscious. Lu Shou began absorbing the power of Jian's third eye. At that moment, his mother regained consciousness. To maintain peace on Earth, she sacrificed herself and imprisoned Lu Shou deep within the ground. 15 years later. The story jumps 15 years ahead. A girl named Jia Po is telling the story to some children when some bullies arrive. A fight breaks out between the villagers and the bullies. Jian and his sister are watching this from a rooftop. A stone hits Jian's sister again, triggering his anger. He beats up the bullies one by one. Seeing this, the villagers cheer. However, the leader of the bullies is furious. He goes to a specific location with two henchmen to find the fairy sword, Jian's mother's weapon, to take revenge. These fools didn't know that Lu Shou is imprisoned in that very spot, currently in a deep sleep. Because of these three men, Lu Shou wakes up, he sends the dragon girl to find Jian. He kills the two henchmen and turns the leader into his slave. Meanwhile, Jian and his friends are partying because he saved them from the bullies. Jian steps outside and meets Jia Po, who reveals she is a disciple of god Yu. She warns him that his mother's seal has weakened and Lu Shou could break free at any moment. If he escapes, destruction will fall upon all three worlds. She asks Jian to come to Yukon Mountain. She wants her master to teach Jian how to control his powers. Jian refuses because he doesn't want to put his sister in danger. Suddenly, the dragon girl arrives. Villagers scatter in fear. Jian tells his sister to go to a safe place and runs in the opposite direction, knowing the dragon is after him. While Jian is running, the dragon injures him with a large rock. Jian's best friend distracts the dragon to let Jian escape, but the dragon kills the friend with one attack. Jian is furious. Jia Po arrives, tricks the dragon, and teleports away with Jian. They return to the villagers, and Jian delivers the news of his friend's death. Blaming himself for the death, Jian agrees to go with Jia Po. The next morning, he leaves with Jia Po without telling his sister or friends. The journey to Yukon Mountain. The dragon girl informs Lu Shou about Jian's escape. Lu Shou realizes someone from Yukon Mountain is helping him. On the way, Jian and Jia Po decide to stop for the night. Not knowing Jian well, Jia Po ties his hands and feet so he won't try anything funny during the night. Jian tries to free himself but fails and eventually falls asleep. The next morning, Jian sees a child. The child sneaks up and scares him. The noise wakes Jia Po. They tie up the child and question him. The child says his name is Xiavatayan, and he was once the main guard of the Moon Palace. Seeing Jian's third eye, he realizes Jian is the fairy's son. He insists he helped the fairy escape from heaven, which is why he was exiled to the mortal world. He insists on joining them, and Jian agrees. They continue toward Yukon Mountain. They have fun on the journey until they reach a river with an invisible barrier. Jiapo explains this is the entrance to Yukon Mountain and the border of the three worlds. Time here is 3 times slower. 1 day inside equals 3 days in the outside world. They enter the mountain and go to a hotel to eat. Jiapo tells Jiang he must pass an exam to meet the master. The hotel owner, who knows Jiapo, flirts with Jiang until she learns he is there to see God Yu doing. She takes him to a floor with 4 rooms containing the powers of fire, mountain, forest, and wind. He can choose any room for his exam, but must pay each time he enters. Jiang enters the forest room, but the examiner throws him out immediately. He pays again and tries another room, but that examiner also kicks him out. He tries every room and fails every time. The people in the hotel start mocking him. A disappointed Jiang goes outside. Jiapo asks why he doesn't use his third eye. Jiang reveals that after his mother died, his third eye closed and his powers vanished. After discussing their pasts, Jiapo convinces him to try again. They ask the owner to let them stay a few days. She agrees only after Jiang pays her a lot of money. She also makes them work at the hotel. During dinner, Jiang notices the wind examiner eating alone. The other examiners are fighting over food like children, which amuses Jiapo. For the next few days, Jiang undergoes hard training while working at the hotel. Eventually, he defeats the fire, forest, and mountain examiners. Only 1 day remains for the final exam, and Jiang is out of money. The final battle. Lu Shou's slave arrives, possessing a man's body and killing people. Jiang tries to stop him. The spirit leaves the man and possesses Xia Vatian. Possessed Xia Vatian attacks Jiang, and Jiang throws him away. The spirit then possesses Jiapo and attacks. Finally, it takes its real form and overpowers them. Jiang pulls out a sword kept there, shocking the owner. The sword is the demon subduing sword, which belonged to a powerful god and had never been pulled out before. The demon spirit enters Jiang's body to control him. Jiang remembers the wind examiner's advice: keep your mind calm no matter the situation. Jiang calms himself and stabs the sword into his own body to kill the demon spirit within. The sword transforms into a shining, divine weapon. The owner happily announces the sword has chosen its new master. The Wind Master passes Jiang. Jiang is told he can now go to the peak of Yukon Mountain. Suddenly, the dragon girl attacks with a demon army. The dragon is too powerful. He injures Jiang and knocks him into a lake. Jiang falls unconscious, and the dragon prepares to swallow him. In his conscious mind, God Yu Doing appears. He explains that Jiang's mother sacrificed herself for peace. Destruction is coming again. He tells Jiang he must realize his true God of War power to save his people. Jiang sees visions of his sister and friends. He asks how to activate his eye. God Yu Doing activates his eye and tells him everything depends on him now. Jiang wakes up, summons his sword, and kills the dragon from the inside. Outside, the demon army is winning. Jiang emerges from the lake in his god form. He kills all the demons in one attack. His third eye is active, and his aura is golden. He flies to where Lu Shou is imprisoned. Lu Shou mocks him, saying he will die just like his mother. Jiang attacks, but Lu Shou is more experienced and powerful. Lu Shou manages to absorb the power of Jiang's third eye, gaining a real physical body. As Lu Shou advances, Jiapo attacks him but is severely injured. Lu Shou summons his entire demon army. The examiners and hotel staff arrive to fight the demon army. Tragically, Jiapo dies from her injuries, and her body turns into paper and floats away. Lu Shou attacks Jiang. Inside his mind, his mother speaks to him. She tells him the third eye was just a tool. His real power is within his heart. She tells him to stop crying and save the people. Jiang awakens in the real world and blasts Lu Shou away with his true power. A fierce final fight ensues. Jiang puts all his power into his spear and strikes Lu Shou. Lu Shou is finally killed. Jiang decides to stay in the mortal world. He continues to miss Jiapo. The movie ends.